Hi everybody, it's sunshiny. That was good to see my kids' faces today. Mrs. Price's kids, I'll see you. I don't even know when I'm scheduling you yet because I'm stressed out from our Zoom call today still. But today's lesson really quickly is going to be continuing to talk about weather. And I'm out here in my yard and I'm going to look at our precipitation gauge and I'm going to teach you about another part of our weather instruments. And Benny's going to help me with his compass on his phone. So part of your work for tomorrow, this is for Wednesday I'm talking about because I'm recording this video on Tuesday right after we get done with our Zoom call, is I want you to go out where you live outside and I want you to use a compass on your grown-up's phone, or there's some other ways you can figure out which direction's which where you live. So I had Benny pull up his phone. Come here, Benny. And this is his compass on his phone. Whoops.
Can you see it at all?
No, hold on. This is the compass on, oh, you can't see it. Oh, this is not good. All right, now I can see it. Now I can see it. Okay, so what you do with your grown-up's phone is you can turn your compass until it's pointing south, north, east, and west. Can you take that back? So when you're pointing your phone and it says that it's south, you know which direction is south. If you're pointing your phone and it says it's lined up with north, then you know which direction is north. Now, if you don't have a compass, you don't have a smartphone, or you can't find it on your smartphone, the other thing you can do is wait until the sun is setting. And you can look out your window or you can go outside. I know here at my house around this time of year, the sun sets over here. And if you point your hand towards where the sun sets, that is pretty much going to be about west. And if this is west, right across from west is going to be east, and straight in front of me will be north, and straight behind me will be south. As I push Benny out of the way. So that's another way you can kind of figure out which direction is which. And the reason it's important to know is right now there is a really strong wind. You can see which way it's blowing my hair, right? And we would have a weather gauge at school that you could see which direction the wind's pushing. But right now the wind is coming from this way. The wind is coming mostly from the west, blowing towards me, and that can indicate how the weather is going to be. Now, let's walk over to our precipitation gauge that I actually ended up putting it in the middle of the yard because I didn't want it underneath the tree because I figured that might mess up how much rain's collecting. So when I take this out of the ground, even though it seems like we got a ton of rain last night and this morning, that's all the precipitation that is in our rain gauge. So you can see, is it anywhere near being an inch? Benny, point to an inch.
Where's an
right
inch?
there.
There's an inch. No.
It's nowhere near being an inch. It's not even 1/10 of an inch. So this is why the metric sometimes is a little bit more reliable. So that is where it is on the metric, on the millimeter side. And if 10 is here, I can't point to 10, point to 10.
Right
If 10
here.
is here, and halfway between the 0 and the 10 is the 5 mark, put your finger on the 5 mark, Benny. Then you can kind of see where our precipitation is. It's like a little bit over 1 millimeter, which isn't very much. So I'm gonna dump this out and shake it, and I'm gonna put it back on its stand so we can see if we get any more precipitation, what we have. Okay, the only other thing I wanna show you for today, I love this, I think this is so fascinating. This is a guy